So, testing. Testing, 1, 2. Everybody hear me okay? Everybody hear me okay? Just fine? Yep, okay, great, fantastic. Well, another Halloween has come and gone. Um, Basically, I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry. I've been working on this game for almost 5 years, and no longer am I the kind of guy who's been going to college and using his spare time to make a fan game for everyone. Um, and as I'm going about getting a job, life's been getting kind of difficult, but honestly, I still want to push through it. I want to finish this game, the Underworld Cello, as soon as I possibly can. If I have to, I will make it G-Force Swan Song, as I've said before. Even if it's at the end, I still want this to be done. So, I figured, since I can't give you the game now, I thought maybe I could show the inspirations behind this game. And frankly, this game is it's amazing in its own right because of what it does, but at the same time, it's just, there's some design decisions behind it that I deeply wanted to improve. Like you'll see many of the verb commands and stuff like that, but I figured, since a lot of people ask me where does the inspiration behind the Underworld's cello come from, and I tell them Uninvited, and people are like, what's Uninvited? Well, I want to show you. So I think now that we're all here, now that I've given everyone enough time to settle in, I think it's time to get started on this. So, yeah, about this game. As you can see, ICOM was the one that created the game. They've made 3 different Mac Venture games, and they're called Mac Ventures because they were mainly first released on the Macintosh back in the day. Those games were Deja Vu, Uninvited, and Shadowgate. Now, Shadowgate in particular has a remake that's on Steam. You can look that up. But I've never seen anyone remake this, and I wonder why. Because even though all 3 of those games have a lot of faults, including I think Deja Vu 1. There was a Deja Vu 1 and a Deja Vu 2. Deja Vu 1 had a lot of bullcrap to go along with it. I mean, everything was cheap there. But I like this one because to me, this was something special. A point-and-click horror game on the NES. And a lot of the things here are insanely graphic to me. I would think so. As a young kid, you would think, playing this game, it would be. But let's go on forth and I'll show you why. Gonna go ahead and start a new file, because who cares? I'm not gonna read this to you. You can read this aloud. Unless you want me to read it. If you want me to read it, go ahead and say in the chat. Otherwise, I'll let you read it. Some people decide they want other people to read it. Some people don't. So you just tell me in the chat. Read it to us like a bedtime story. Yes, everyone's saying yes. Okay. The smell of gasoline fills the air. You must have punctured a tank. You pry yourself free from the steering wheel, intent on finding your sister. Sorry, I couldn't read the rest, but hey, there we go. So this is basically the entire interface of the game. The property tab here is our inventory, and trust me when we could say we could carry pretty much anything in the game. And here are the verb commands, and here is the move system. These little circles are where you can move to. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our car. Let's just jerk around a little bit. This steering wheel has guided you in and out of traffic for a year now. It has a new leather cover on it. Alright. Too bad it's about to go up in flames real quick. Through the windshield you see an exterior of the mansion. So what if we just hit the steering wheel? We can hit things. Nothing happens. What about this? Nothing happens. Oh! Oh! Ah! Ooh! Ah! Hot! Your laziness has cost you your life, and possibly the life of your sister as well, as fire from the tank engulfs the car. Get used to seeing this. Get used to seeing this because there's many, many deaths in this game. Also, this would scare a lot of children. I don't know about you, but this graphically detailed skull behind this blood red background, if I was 6 and I was playing on my NES like, wow, Uninvited, this is gonna be so cool, I'd be wetting my pants. Not gonna lie. I was the kind of person who thought that Threed from Earthbound was too scary, and I couldn't pass through the game until I was older. And yes, you're too lazy to get out of the car. Oh, a fire's starting, whatever, I got time. Children can handle FNAF, this stuff. Yeah, and we kind of desensitized our children nowadays. Now, thankfully, this game is very forgiving, that if you do die, it will start you off at the screen before you died. That's very merciful. There's no saving loading here. I mean, you do have a save feature here, and you can save, and it's a very quick save. Absolutely quick. But other than that, this game is very forgiving, unlike its Macintosh counterpart. And I'll be making comparison to the Macintosh counterparts as we go along. But until then, let's open the car door and get the heck out. An explosion erupts behind you as your car bursts into flames. At least it will save you the cost of a tow. Haha. Best see the upside of things, I suppose. You find yourself standing in front of an old mansion. It gives you the creeps. There's some very detailed statues right here. Let's take a look at these. It's a marble statue of a young Grecian man. Okay. Well, let's be thugs and open someone else's mailbox that doesn't belong to us. Yeah, the Mac version is very different from this. For one thing, there's no music. On another point, the graphics could be debated as better, worse than the NES. It all really depends on your point of view. But now we see an envelope. I'm going to take that. I'll go ahead and take the envelope, add it to our inventory. Now let's just look at our memo real quick. We have spells. We have the mailbox, and we have our inventory. So let's go ahead and open the envelope and see what's inside. Yeah, this is how you progress in the game, Penguin. Let's see. Let's examine the pendant. pendant with a large jewel set in it. Okay. Let's go ahead and take that with us. Pick up the pendant and it begins to sparkle. Then, the door of the mansion opens and dares you to enter. Could your sister be in there? Another thing different from the Macintosh versions and the NES version is that you're not saving your sister, you're saving your brother. Now, I don't know if that's, like, it's adding to the damsel in distress trope that the NES games used to have, but it's kind of an odd design choice. It neither gives or takes away from the original game. Anyway, let's open this mailbox. Or, not the mailbox, the letter. It won't open. Really? Oh, do I just need to examine it? Maybe I'm thinking... Oh, I've already opened the envelope. I'm retarded. Okay. Dear Master, please forgive me. My health prevents me from aiding you in your battle against the evil Draken. You teach your students well. They become too powerful for their own good. Enclosed in an amulet that should look familiar. Wear this charm and think of me. The undead will surely fear it. Still the evil, my friend. Set it free for the sake of the family. Fare thee well. Okay, so not one screen in and already we see that there are undead around here. That's when you should nope out, but we are the big strapping young brother to go save his younger sister. As you enter, the door slams shut behind you. Anyone who's played my demo knows where this is going. This foyer is a large and luxurious room. Still, it seems strangely oppressive. Alright. Nothing we can do here. What we can do is open the doors here. And go somewhere else, because there's nothing in this room for us yet. Let's go right. This room was designed for deep thought and research. Okay. Take a look at the... Whoa! Does this globe have odd continents to you guys? It looks like it was made back when Pageas were a thing. This antique globe is rusted into position and it no longer spins. Is there anything in it? It won't open. Alright. Can't take red. Oh, okay. Can I use the globe? No? Okay, let's just open the book and read what's inside it then. Open the magic book. About magic in general. Magic is not good nor bad. If it is used properly, good may result from it. If it is not used properly, terrible things can happen. What follows are a few magical spells. From nothing it shall form, from nothing it shall see. The cloud aside. Okay, so that turns us invisible. Wake to sleep, movement to still, 6 legs or more, bend to your will. Stillini. Makes people stay still. If the path is barred with more than one, the storm will come to make them run. Thun D. From here to there when stone walls impair. Telemaze. This will have us warp out of a maze, should we wish it. Memorize the magic words. Ah! The magic book disappeared. It was so sudden. Now about the magic system in this. In the original MacVenture, there were certain words that translate into Latin, and you had to string along Latin words in a text parser in order to cast these spells. But you can't do that in an NES game, so they streamlined it to make it silly-sounding magic words. Zap DDD. Alright, let's take a look at the books, because maybe there's something around here. It's a bookcase filled with many books. Can I take any of them? None of them seem to be... The star chart shows Orion and Cassiopeia. Alright. There's nothing here. We're out of here. Let's go ahead and leave. Oh, leave. Leaving is for when you want to drop items. You can do that in the game. Let's go on forth. This hallway is much too quiet. You feel like something is waiting to get you. Ooh, that's a warning if I've ever heard of one. Let's just go ahead and move over here. The floor creaks under your weight. Oh. Are those one of those knockoff fish decorations that sing to you? Nope, it's just stuffed and nothing more. Whoever owned this house had no stupid sense of humor. And thankfully, I can agree to that. Let's just open all the doors because we're rude. And let's go through them one by one. A small closet. Let's take a look at the items here that we'll need. And you can pick up any of these items. Like, any of them. Will some of them help you in your adventure? No. But you can pick them up. So I'll just be picking up the ones I know we'll need. This contains pesticide. We won't be needing that, strangely. This can's labeled Spider Cider. The instructions read, knocks out arachnids and has been proven by leading, oh dear, I'm gonna butcher this, entomologists. Alright. Let's go ahead and just take that with us, shall we? Take the spray. And what is that? The cap's bottles reads, no ghosts. When you want the dead guests to return to their world, use no ghosts. So, do they manufacture these? Are ghosts a big problem in this world? That they would manufacture bottles like this? Either way, let's go ahead and open these boxes, see what's inside them. Nothing's in here. Fine. In the hat box, we have a hat. Unfortunately, we can't make potions and stuff with it, so we're out of here. Here we have the spiral stairs leading to the second floor. And we see this humongous axe. Let's just take this. And hey, because we're feeling a little bit suicidal about what's happening, let's just go ahead and use this axe on ourselves. Oh, as you were fooling around, the axe slipped out of your hand. Oh no, axe cut you. You're really bleeding. It looks like you're going to die here. Too bad for your sister. Ooh, a little salt in the wound. Yep, you can kill yourself in this game. And it's pretty darn funny. I've never heard of a game on the NES that allows you to kill yourself. Of course, they make it like you were just fooling around with it and being a klutz, and all of a sudden it just slips out of your hand, opens up a jugular. Iron bars are set in the floor and go up in the ceiling. Has someone been kept in there as punishment for betraying their master? Let's go ahead and open the cage door real quick. Pull the cell door. Ooh! A hideous skeleton forms inside the cell. In a deathly dry voice it says, "There is no escape from here. There is no escape. No escape." His voice fades as the image fades. So, yeah, no escape, huh? That sounds fun. Let's go inside. Oh, would you look at that? As you enter the cell, you hear the door slam shut behind you. There is no escape. You are trapped. Eventually you will die, and your spirit joins the others in the estate. So, yeah. I don't know if you know, but that room upstairs serves absolutely no purpose. That's one thing that I don't like about this game, is that there are some rooms that do serve absolutely no purpose. There shouldn't be any games where it's like, here's a death trap in a room by itself for no reason the player to go in. The bedroom is sparsely furnished. It is probably a guest bedroom. Alright, what is that thing? It looks like something you can open. Before there was solid-state technology, there were big radios. Does it play? Can we use it? Turn on the radio, hoping to hear some tunes, but it doesn't work. It did not work. Open the brew. Ah! Now we get to this item. This item, in particular, is a big one. Okay, so, I don't know how many of you have played the MacVenture. I know one of you have. In the MacVenture series, you are on a global timer. You are on a harsh time limit, depending on how many actions you make in order to beat the game. And as you are going throughout the game, you will see a skull saying, "You're running out of time, you're running out of time." And if you run out of time, you die. They couldn't implement that in the game. Instead, what they did do, oddly enough, is put it into this one item. You pick it up, and it puts that timer on you, but it isn't just a timer that goes on throughout the length of the game. Oh no, it's quick. You will die quickly with this. I don't want to pick this up. Now, if you want me to pick this up, just to demonstrate it, I will. In fact, I did promise that I would show you every death, so let's go ahead and just take this. I argue with myself, but I am going to take this, just to inconvenience myself. And indeed, you can get rid of the ruby, so that way you're not stuck with it. Thank God. But, yeah. Alright, let's move into this. Seems to be an ordinary bedroom. You feel very weak. Pressure begins to bear down on you. It is pretty rough with a guide, but that's pretty much how some adventure games are. Let's go ahead and examine this scroll here. It's a rolled up scroll, sealed with sealed to the max! No, it's sealed with wax. The scroll reads, Doll, wilt thou lead the lost? You memorize the magic words, and we have the doll spell. Ah, the scroll disappeared. Okay, let's see what this is. A large mirror. Can we break it? Let's go ahead and... Oh. Okay, so the last page is our inventory. Okay. Use the axe on the mirror. The mirror broke. The pieces sparkled beautifully. Alright, I don't know if there's a reason for this, but we have 7 years bad luck now. And there's no opening. Alright, a little vandalism never hurt anyone. Let's continue. Let's go here instead. This must be the master bedroom. There's a stale smell about this room. I don't know why I struggled with that. Wow. My brain just hit. Oof. Too much reading. Open this. This diary reads, I have lost control of Drakon. My star student now fancies himself a master. Although his power is strong, his spirit is weak. He is easily corrupted by the dark spirits of greed and power. My servant, more aware than I, sealed his star in my hingeless box. They're locked away beyond his stare. I've hidden a key. A chair knows where. Ooh, now that's an important clue. Let's go ahead and examine this. It's a green liquid inside of a bottle. Let's go ahead and take that with us. There we go. Take the bottle. Let's examine this. Large chest with 2 doors. Open that. Oh, it's locked. Oh no, we're running out of time. What's happening to you? The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have invaded your very being. Your head and chest feel very heavy and thick. Ooh, we're running out of time. See, this is what the ruby does to you. And if you're a new player and you pick that up and you're like, ooh, it's a gem, I want to take it because rubies are great in other video games. No! This one will kill you, and if you're a young child, you may not know why. So, a very strange decision on their part. This is one of those game design issues where I'm like, that could be without. This bathroom? This decor of this room could be described as an African Art Deco. Decoration. Whatever you want to pronounce that. I'm going ahead and take the towels, because we will be needing them later. Don't ask me why. Is there anything we could do with this carpet? It used to be a skin of a zebra. Now it serves as the mat on the bathroom floor. Zakora, no! Nothing under the carpet? Okay. Anything interesting with these? A small orange bottle. And a plain vial containing a blue liquid. Why not? Let's take those and go on a taste test. I'm pretty sure they're soap, but hey, no harm in experimenting. Okay, now that we're over here, let's go ahead and open this bottle and use that on ourselves. Splash the liquid on yourself. You smell like cheap perfume. Okay. You ask yourself, where should I leave this? Ah, I can't drop it here? Okay, fair enough. There is a place we can drop this. And indeed, it's where we could drop the ruby. There's one place where we could drop all of our inventory. So, until then, let's just go ahead and examine this bottle. Relatively plain vial. Oh, here we go. The ruby timer inspiring the ghost timer video Kerbo? No, I was inspired by the timer used in the game, but I thought to myself, there's gotta be a way to reset it instead of having that stress of a global timer hanging around you at all times. You feel a voice taking over your mind. You know that it is not your own. You begin to feel almost at home here among the undead. No, you say aloud, shaking your head. I will find my sister. Alright then, now that that's over with, go ahead and open that bottle, and use this on ourselves. What's the worst that can happen? You splash too much cologne, you smell really manly now. Now you're a man. A man. This bottle, yeah, it's open, okay. Use this on ourselves. You find the brown liquid somewhat tasty. It has a flavor not unlike almonds. You feel very nauseous. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us. Here's a quiet hallway. Let's just open this door here. Oh, here we go. A strange woman appears. She is dressed like Scarlett O'Hara. Oh, hi lady, what's going on? You speak to her, and she says, "Thank you for coming back to me, my love. You will be mine forever." Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just open the door here, and I'm just gonna move along. Oh gosh! You have gotten the attention of the mysterious lady. She turns to face you. Her face is devoid of any flesh. You are frozen with horror as she begins ripping you apart. She laughs hysterically as your body slumps to the ground. Graphic. Very graphic. That would be another point in the game where I'd be like, huh, maybe I shouldn't play this game. Because it will give me nightmares. Okay, let me just open this door then. Or not. I guess I'm just gonna walk away because that's a better move to do while she's here. Okay, you know what? I don't want to bother with her. I'm just gonna use this bottle of No Ghost on her and just walk away. Nothing comes out. You didn't open the bottle. You're dead now. Yeah! Yeah! That could happen in the game. Didn't open the bottle beforehand? Joke's on you! You're dead. I actually kinda find that funny. A very strange design choice, again, but absolutely hilarious when you think about it. And seeing as how death doesn't have really a consequence, yeah, it's not that big a deal. So, now that we open this thing, let's just go ahead and use it properly. I'm melting! I'm melting! You pour the foul-smelling liquid on the bell. She lets out a horrifying scream as she begins to melt away. Alright then, problem solved. I got 99 problems, and the ghost ain't one. This parlor has lost little of its original charm. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and just open this door and walk on through. And the controls are a little finicky, I apologize. From here you have a splendid view of the desolate estate. A large black spider quickly runs along the railing. What is reading? I can read well. I can read with many afflictions. Inflections. And afflictions. I'm cold. Okay, stop talking, you. Let's go ahead, because we see the only spider in this game, to use the spray. We'll just spray that on the railing. A wide aerosol stream sprays from the spider cider can. It leaves the railing sticky. Yeah, I know. I'm dying. Everything's going insane. You wonder how long you can stand against this evil force. Yep, I know. I'm dying. But that's okay. Let's go back. And the spider slows to a halt. The spider becomes paralyzed as it comes into contact with the spider cider. Let's go ahead and just take that giant spider that may or may not be a Black Widow and stuff it in our pants. Alright, let's continue on. How the character would know to use the ghost be gone on a random... I guess you wouldn't you? Because she's a skeleton, not a ghost. I guess you wouldn't. When you think about it in a sort of logical way. So, now that we have a spider, let's go ahead and use this. Oh, what am I doing? Open this. And open this. let's get on out of here. This is an impressive sight. You could throw a terrific birthday bash in this room. I like the decor, and I like the bouquet of flowers on the table. I'm taking that. Alright, let's just open this and walk inside. This room is really cold. Where in the world could this awful chill be coming from? Oh, the answer's somewhere, but it's not here. And that's locked. So, yeah, that door's the source of the cold. Just saying it right now. Now we're in the dining hall. Let's go ahead and open the door this way. And we're dead. And we are dead for absolutely no reason. The evil presence proves too much for you. You are united with the massed horde of the undead that inhabit this estate. You turn around to see your horrific new master, a blood-red skull smiling fiendishly at you. Your quest is over, he says to you. Can I use the spider on myself? I could use the bouquet on myself, but no, let's go ahead and use spider on self. Nothing happens, because it's paralyzed. Well, don't you feel silly. So, that ruby's going to now be killing us every few often until we get rid of this thing. So, let's go find a place where we can throw it away. Could there be anything to eat in the kitchen? Probably not. Let's go ahead and open this door and move through it. This pantry smells musty and stuffy. Okay, not here. Inside the dining hall. What about here? Okay, what about here? Oh dear. Can't go okay, so we can open this door. It's very easy to lose yourself in this maze if you don't know where you're going. You imagine that this is the game room. Yep, it's telling me you gotta get rid of this thing. That's what I'm gonna try and do. You feel sorry for the animals that were killed only for sport. You were an environmentalist, though the game never told you. Alright. This is the backyard. In the distance, you can see 3 buildings. You should be able to leave what you don't need here. And thankfully, one of the things we can leave behind is the ruby. Where can I leave this? Right here. Whew! That's a weight off your shoulders. Goodbye, completely useless item. And here's the... You now have to question the reliability of your eyes. You think you see a cute, abstract creature with a key in its hand prance by. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause the game real quick. And I'm just gonna open up a source right here. Get myself a little thing. Right around. Attic backyard. Where's Sour Notes room? There it is. Okay, I'm just gonna take that. I'm just gonna leave this right here. right here. There we go. Okay, back to the game. Alright, where were we? So... gramophone. Let's go ahead and play it. Oh. That... Ooh. Ooh, that's a little... Snap! You hear something break and the music grinds to a halt. To anyone who has a good ear for any of the MacVenture games ported to the NES, that was the soundtrack to Shadowgate. And in the MacVenture series, if you played with the gramophone, it would play a very wavy rendition of Winchester Cathedral, I think is the song, name of the song? I don't know. An old song. Anyway, we're gonna take one of these knives to protect ourselves. There's nothing in the pantries, trust me. And let's get out of here. Back over here. Not this way. Now, we were told before that a key was in a seat somewhere. So let's go ahead, take this knife, and do some more property damage. Hey, look at that, it's a key. Who'da thunk it? Oh, do not open the key, take the key. Okay, there was a locked cabinet up here somewhere. Is it in this room? No, we're not going to the very useless room. I think it's around... Not here. Did we already get the scroll? Yeah, I think we did. But we didn't open that book. We should open that book. My star is gone, but not lost. Master's servant will pay for his betrayal. The vehicle of my power is not yet served its purpose. When it sets me free, I will have a chance to realize my unlimited potential. The forces of technological society will be unprepared for the likes of me. I will not be denied. My victory is inevitable. Cool. So, because everybody is too buried in their smartphones and their TVs and computers nowadays, he's thinking, maybe I should bring the undead along. It's good to have goals. Okay, let's go ahead and use this key on this drawer and open that. Let's just go ahead and take this strange box. Take this scroll. This scroll, and take this bottle, because we're kind of kleptomaniacs. So, let's see, what else, Okay, show of hands, who wants me to drink this? Let's go a screen over here so we don't lose our progress. Hand. Alright, let's see what this does. The black liquid quickly settles into your depths of your digestive system. You become nauseous and disoriented, and you slip into subconsciousness. Or unconsciousness, never to awaken. Yep, who saw that coming? The law of average says one of these bottles are gonna kill you. You've got some deep pockets. It's a lot of adventure gamers. A lot of adventure game characters have deep pockets. I mean, have you ever played The Secret of Monkey Island? It's shown that Guybrush Threepwood has some majorly deep pockets. Where am I going? Hi, you. That's right, dance away. Keep walking, I got nothing you have. He waves his key wildly, teasing you with it as he runs through the room. Alright, let's go through this way. Whoever had occupied this room must have been satisfied with small accommodations. The lack of dust tells you that this is a servant's room. Alright, well, let me just examine this place. There's a bit of cologne labeled Horse Trader. Huh? Do you want to smell like a horse trader? Ugh. Do you want to smell like dirt and manure everywhere you go? Look no further than Horse Trader. Alright, nothing's in there, so... that won't open. The painting looks of Picasso's rendering of the Twilight Zone's title shot. There is no signature on it. You find a mark on the wall. It may have been made by the picture sliding sideways. Alright, let's go ahead and just open that then. It won't open. Okay, so... do we use this then? Ah, that seems to be a book set inside the wall. Suddenly a spirit covered in chains stands before you. This is my room. Who let you in here? Drekon must have sent you. You cannot have it.
You cannot have my precious. I have hidden it. No, you must leave. Leave me and my precious alone. All alone.
Thanks, Gollum. Let's see. Well, I know what to use against you, but I'm just gonna hit you because I'm pretty sure I can hit ghosts, right? Wrong. The screaming apparition's mist deform, engulfs you, and you become covered in a thick, sticky goo. It's acid. It doesn't take long for it to dissolve your body. Dead again. Add in an item in the human trader. If I wasn't like 90% done with the game, I would. Okay, so we have a ghost. We know he's a clean freak, so... does he have any sort of weaknesses? Any weaknesses at all? Anybody want to take a guess? And yes, apparently ghosts shoot acid. Go figure. Anybody want to take a guess what you want to use? Anyone? Green's got it. You wheel back and throw the unconscious spider at the ghost. The ghost shrieks at the sight of the stunned spider. Flustered and frightened, the spirit dissolves from view. Only appears if you click under the bed. I would like to not, encourage pixel hunting. Let's go ahead and open the diary. The master could not, would not, or could not, so I have stolen Draken's star. He is an evil soul. Unlike the master, he uses his power for amusement and profit. He is not concerned with spiritual enlightenment. There is no compassion with his power. I grow weak. I am dying. I've hidden the star in a master's special box. It never opens. It has no locks. Draken's star never discerns. In fire, it freezes. In ice, it burns. Hey man, like, did you see the size of that giant black spider? I'd be running too, even if I was dead. Okay, so we go in here. Ghost spider, really. See, here's the thing. If I were a sexist, and I'm not, but if I was, like, really chauvinistic, I would make it so that way the spider scares the Scarlet O'Hara skeleton away. That would be pretty funny. And I would use the bottle of no ghost for what is obviously a ghost on him. Like, if I were to rearrange the puzzle somehow, I would say, oh, in the era, the early 90s era and the late 80s era, you know, women are afraid of spiders, eee! I would say that, but not here. Let's go ahead and take this. This is a box of matches. We're going to be using that. Also for fun, we're taking salami with us, because who doesn't want to dine on salami while we're inside a spooky mansion? You don't think this guy would like salami, would he? No? That was definitely not your imagination. This little creature's running circles around you. All that running probably makes him extremely hungry. You'd think salami would do it. You'd think you could just leave this salami on a plate. But you can't. So, the game, it's finished. Not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Sorry to say. So, we got a pretty important clue about that box. There's no way to... There is, no way to open it. And the item inside freezes in fire and burns in ice. So, if we can't open the box, what should we do to it? A synth keyboard. Under the rug? Do you think there's something under here? Nope. Anybody got a clue what we should do next? I could be here all day. That's good water. No? Alright. Let me help you along a little bit. Hole leads to an underground prison. Penguin's got it! Light the fireplace! Oh, I guess... In the original Mac Adventure, you have to open up the box of matches, but here... we can just set this on fire. When the flame is put near the firewood, it starts burning. And with that, we can chuck this box indiscriminately into a raging inferno. When you throw the box in the fireplace, it burns up. Poof! Clouds of smoke billow from the fireplace. The light reflects off the star with blinding radiance. It must have been in the box. And then jump on the fireplace. Use fire on self. Ouch! That's hot! Let's go ahead and take this mysterious star along with us. Now there's something here. Let's go ahead and examine this. This ink blotter is marked with the lines of many letters. Can we open this? Yes, we can. There's a card inside. Let's examine it real quick. The element's name and atomic numbers are as shown. Copper, silver, gold, mercury, lead, uranium. We're gonna take this card with us, because it's important. No, you can't die from the fireplace. Trust me, I've tried. You'd think you would. You'd really think you would. Where am I going? Sorry, folks, I'm getting my bearings. Ah, here we are. Yeah, I'm just not gonna speak during those parts because that music's jumping. This is locked. Let's just go ahead and use one of the keys we got to try and open it. There we go. The cabinet's unlocked, and inside is a gypsy doll. Alright. Let us use the first spell. You shout doll doll as loudly as possible. Nothing happens. I guess I should take it with me then. So take the doll. And now we just scream this out loud because we're in an empty house and no one is listening, so feel free to act as silly as possible. I can't do that. Why can I not do that? Did I just screw myself over? I don't think there's any sort of Walking Dead scenarios in Uninvited. I do think that you are capable of finishing the game, and it is very forgiving. But, yeah, I wonder. The odd-looking gypsy doll is shaped like a gypsy fortune teller. The detail on the doll makes you think it's almost alive. Okay, what if I just leave this back in here? Can't drop it here. Okay, now I know it's alive. Can I can't do that. I don't know if I screwed myself or not. So we're gonna pretend this never happened and just reset this room completely. Just to save us some time. I know this is strange. Because I'm like, is there like one use for that thing? I wouldn't know. What am I doing? Sorry, I went way too much on that. That's the thing with these old games. You never can tell if you're doing the wrong thing, and it just completely screws you over throughout the rest of the game. That's something Sierra Games used to do a lot, and it makes you paranoid throughout any sort of adventure. That's the sort of thing I avoid with my game, completely and utterly. You use take, but it's use. Can't use what you didn't take. Let's go ahead and examine the doll one more time. And now we know, let's go ahead and shout doll doll. The scroll reads, doll doll, wilt thou lead the lost? Okay, so it does need to be in. I don't know what to do here. I thought maybe we could just. I'm puzzled. I don't know what to do here. That's okay. This isn't important to beating the game. We still can move. Let's just continue on until we find another way. Place the doll in someplace? That's possible. I thought putting it in your inventory was enough. But that's okay. We don't need to beat it. We don't need it in order to beat it. It will just give us a hint and I've played this game enough. You stand before the greenhouse. The glass is covered in dust. Okay, so open the door. Go inside. The plants within this greenhouse are very dead, much like the denizens of this area. Go ahead and take this watering can. I don't think it has anything, so let's go in here. I guess we should open the valve first, that makes sense. As you turn on the faucet, water gushes out. Use the watering can here. Now it's completely full. As opposed to being half full, or half empty, or completely empty. Now, all these plants are dead, but there is one that still has something inside it. Water streams from the can into the hardened, cracked soil. A tiny sprout has pushed its nose out of the dry dirt. Can we use it again? The previously lifeless clay pot now sports a lush green plant. I think we need to refill our water can. Have fun, Mariel. Thank you for visiting. Have fun with that game. There we go. So now it stems a fruit. Let's go ahead and take that fruit with us. And completely leave the greenhouse. Yep, completely leave. And totally not eat the fruit ourselves. You can't tell me what to do. I don't live in this house. I don't have to be concerned with its water bill. You bite into the ripe fruit. Both sweetness and sourness mix in your mouth. Suddenly, your body begins to age, a year for every second. In moments, your body blows away in the wind. Yeah, that item's important, but it's certainly not for you. As you approach the building, you can see that it is guarded by two menacing dogs. Dogs, you say to yourself. Why did it have to be dogs? Because they're better than snakes? Well, hey, you know, these are just dogs. They're stupid creatures. Backchook, I'm sorry. It's okay, it's not like I haven't done enough of them myself. Where did the salami go? Here we go. Let's just go ahead and give these to the dogs. That'll be fine. Oh gosh! The dog suddenly charges you. You are overcome by the canine savagery. The last thing you see is the dog's vicious fangs lunging for your throat. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little something else here. Just go ahead and... let's see. The stairs. Here we go. Just gonna put that right over here. Sorry, vinyl. Alright, going in. So, we can't give them any treats, otherwise they'll say we're a treat ourselves. But they're just dogs. We could just scare them away, right? Well, here's another chance to use another spell. Thun-dee-dee-dee! Yes, I can. Use the scroll. You shouted Thun-dee-dee-dee as loudly as possible. Suddenly, lightning begins to flash, and you hear a loud peal of thunder. At this, the dogs recoil. They put their tails between their legs and scamper away. The door is now unguarded. Oh, you know what? That made me realize something. Well, first it made me realize that I need to take this cage with me because it's going to be super important later on. It also made me realize that my problem beforehand was not to say use while I had this gypsy doll with me. So obvious when you think about it. You shouted doll, as loudly as possible. A weird voice emerges from the doll's lips. Talk to my pious brother. He can help you find your sister. A word from him can open doors in high places. You memorize the magic words. Open sesame. Okay, so you remember when I said we don't need her to beat the game? Yeah, I was completely wrong. Just goes to show what I know. Go ahead, open this, and move right in. You stand in solemn awe in this abandoned house of worship. You feel the presence of long-dead worshippers. But this is just a cathedral, not a church. There's no Christian symbolism here. We don't need to be censored by Nintendo. Let's go ahead and take this alongside us. Take the goblet. As you fill the goblet, you see the altar move to the side. Wow, you found a secret passage! Yeah, well, I'm gonna go back in and out to show you how silly this passage is. So when we decide we want to go in this passage... Zombie priests! When we go in and out of this passage, it says, you really don't want to climb down there. There's a spider down there that's bigger than a bread box. What if I want to? You really don't want to climb down there. Really, that spider is bad news. Don't try and go down there. You can't tell me what to do, game. You really don't want to climb down there. The spider that's down there would rip you to shreds. Maybe it's a nice guy. Well, what do you know? It's a giant spider. It crushes your tiny body in its large, powerful jaws. Bigger than a bread box, my eye, it's bigger than a Buick! Your quest is over. The So I like that little fun, and that's in both the MacVenture version and the NES version. That's really hilarious to me, that it would continuously tell you, time and again, don't go in there. That will mess you up. That's really funny. And completely pointless gameplay-wise, but extremely funny. They certainly did. They certainly decided, what random thing can we put into this game? Oh, I know, how about a spider that we tell you not to mess with 3 different times? So, the gypsy doll told us that her pious brother would be here, so let's use Doll here. A weird voice emerges from the doll's lips. Talk to him. Oh, not you. Alright. Lady, I appreciate you being here, and you are a bunch of help, but I'm gonna leave you here because you're no longer useful to me. Ah, there you are. Alright. Flea! I can't leave you. I can't leave you here. Yeah, I can. Or do I say open sesame? Oh, I think I have to use oh sesame in there. That's right. Okay. Shouted, "Oh, Sesame!" as loudly as possible. The marble bus speaks. It moans these words. Let the door be opened for this poor strayed lamb, but he must not travel in darkness. As soon as the statue stops speaking, the door opens. Walk in darkness. What does he mean? What's he on about? You step into the large yard. You can see a stone maze inside the distance. Duh, okay. A horrifying apparition in the shape of a classic Looney Tunes ghost swoops down on you like a bird of prey. The strange amorphous creature begins to rip you apart. Its shrieking face is the last thing you ever see. Yeah, so if you just walk in there without thinking, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me, you're gonna die. And one would think, that's a cheap death. And yes, in the MacVenture, that would be a very cheap death, and you would have to save scum through it. Thankfully, we're playing the Nintendo version. So instead, we are going to take these matches and light these candles on fire. And then we're going to take this alongside with us. A horrifying apparition, yada yada yada. Bye-bye. A thing's offended by the flames and flies off to its supernatural home. It's offended. I am triggered by these candles, sir. Good day. Oh, here we go. Every adventure game has to have one of these, right? A maze that you have to stumble upon blindly. And the worst part is, you don't get any hints on where to go from here. This is serious trial and error. Thankfully, it is lenient. If you go the wrong direction, it will tell you. It'll tell you in a very specific way, but it will tell you. You feel that you are lost in a very strange place. Let's go ahead and move. Let's examine this. There are letters engraved on the slab. It's hard to read them. The Blothny gem is in a deep place. What's the Blothny gem, you may wonder? course, I'm not going this way, I'm going this way. So, you're asking yourself, what happens if you go in the wrong direction? Well, let's keep moving west and see what happens. And maybe a little bit south. This is a dead end. Let's hope you don't turn up this way. Now that's the kind scenario. Let's go ahead and examine this. The pendant can protect you from the undead. Good to know, it's like the letter said. But, you know, just in case you forgot. Let's go ahead and examine this. The bouncing creature loves things that fly. Bouncing creature. Whatever could that be? What's this? A tombstone. Luckily, your name isn't carved into it. Promises, promises. No, I hate dead things, and I hate gravestones. I'm gonna hit this. When you hit the headstone, a zombie suddenly appears. Hi, can I just get through here? If that's— oh gosh! The zombie grabs your arm with its bony hands. Quickly, it takes a voracious bite out of you. The miserable dead now welcome your company. I remember in the MacVenture, series, it would say that it enjoyed the saltiness of your blood like some sort of drink. I don't remember the exact wording, though. All I know is it's creepy. Here lies Talamar, so we think. There is no doubt in your mind that this creature is undead. If the shambling corpse wasn't a big clue. So, as we're told, the pendant can ward them off, so let's go ahead and use this on the zombie. A mysterious light suddenly shoots out of the pendant. The zombie is blasted right in the face. A blue nimbus engulfs the body of the zombie and, with a flash, disappears. No blood or gore, no messy details, it's just gone. And you know what? I'm fine with that. So what happens if we go up north? Ah, here we are. You see a tombstone that has been carved quite differently than the others. Well, after hitting a gravestone, we're feeling a little bit more respectful for the dead. So we're just gonna place a bouquet of flowers here. As a gesture of kindness, you put the bouquet at the foot of the headstone. The tombstone slides away, revealing a secret passageway. Three cages have been sealed within the far wall of the maze. Alright, let's see what happens when we use a key on it. Click, the cage is unlocked. Suddenly, something jumps out of the cages. Three animals jump out of the cages. They are confused by their freedom and new surroundings. Here we have a bobcat, a snake, and a hawk. Alright. It's time to, play a little guessing game. Which one should I take with me? Anyone? Anyone remember what the tombstones we passed by said? Whether you're correct or not, I'll show you the death you could get from this. Don't you worry. Nothing? Alright. Well, let me limit the two of them for you. Let's say we get the snake. We grab the snake and put it in our cage. With a snarl, the cat turns the bird into a quick snack. The cat turns and attacks you, going for the jugular. That's pretty rough, huh? In one other chance, in any other game, you wouldn't have a chance. But thankfully this game is so merciful. So, instead, we're going to cage the eagle. You grab the hawk and put it in the cage. Suddenly, the snake attacks the cat. It's amazingly swift. Oh no. That poor cat. Oh, that poor cat. That snake's not going anywhere anytime soon. It would be an understatement to say that the cat is very... What? The cat is very full, but no, the snake is full. What an odd translation error. Oh, fuck. Whoa, this is a scene from a Living Dead film. It brings new meaning to the term dead end. Let's just run away from that. And just go this way. That thing's hiding a gem. Thankfully, it won't kill us. Before your eyes is the biggest, strangest creature you've ever seen. It bounces up and down. There's some kind of jewel behind it. Well, it's a bouncing creature, and it likes flying things, so let's go ahead and use the cage on the bouncing thing. Okay, let's open the cage first. Yeah, give him the hawk, you got it. Trust me, Penguin, you're going to be seeing this maze in its own iteration in my game, and that's gonna be fun. Gives chase to eat it. Well, there you go. Nothing else to be said there. It was easily the strangest part of your day, and you're not going to question it. Instead, you're taking the jewel with you. So we are completely done here. I'm completely done here. But I don't want to go through the maze again to get out, so I'm just gonna use a little spell I like to call Telemaze. And look at that, we're out. I understand what it means to go from here to there, you say to yourself. That must be the hawk we let loose. You stand at the entrance of a large domed building. Well, let's just go ahead. Take the jewel we got before and put it in that indention at the top of the door. Insert the gem in the hole. It fits perfectly. Graphics! Suddenly, the gem begins to send off sparks. You get the feeling that the silver orbs have something to do with this. Voila! The door's open. A maze of gluttony. Animal eating animal, bouncing thing eating animals, dead people eating... It certainly is, isn't it? It's the maze of the food chain. Oh, you're ugly. As soon as you enter the room, you are shocked to discover a floating blue creature. It seems to be some sort of guardian. You hear it hiss about something about food. Well, hopefully it doesn't see me as food. This phantasm must have come from the Valley of Death. It stares at you maliciously. Yeah, well, what if I don't want to go through with it? No? What if I just go through? You're too scared to get near it. Not scared enough to go through that door, at least. This room is dominated by a huge telescope. There's nothing around here we need, but let's examine this book. The language of this text is indecipherable to you. Is there anything in here that could help us? Nope. Oh, well, it says it's hungry. Maybe we could give it something like a piece of fruit? Now this is something I've always wondered. There's no real hint he wants this piece of fruit. It is one of those puzzles where you have to just put an item onto something until something happens. And you're free to use trial and error here because it won't kill you no matter what you do. So you give it the fruit, and suddenly, the strange creature's hungry eyes light up. It attacks the fruit and swallows it down with one gulp. Satisfied, the hideous creature belches and disappears. And it does a little jig out of its way. Neat. But yeah, there's no hint. And I like a game that gives you hints along the way. You would, wouldn't you? You'd think that salamis would be the obvious choice for every hunger situation ever. I mean, who doesn't love salami? This looks like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory. The doctor, not the monster. You wonder what kind of experiments were performed in here. A heavy iron lid is set onto the floor. There's something in there. But then there's this. You could be wondering what's in the salt wall safe. Perhaps there's a clue to the whereabouts of your sister? Perhaps so, perhaps not. You wonder what these awful colored liquids in the interconnected flask and beakers could be. I don't know, let's smash it. Oops. I hit the axe, which doesn't cut me for some strange reason. Boom! Lab Tools is completely destroyed. That sure felt good. I feel good. It is a nice stress reliever. So, one of the scrolls I have contains a key, contains a clue to the safe up there. So, open the scroll and it reads, "The heart of the garden maze contains a cloth, and each gem is guarded by he who moves as the moon." That's the bouncy thing. That's not what I'm looking for. Gold, silver, mercury. Together, they form a key. Gold, silver, mercury, huh? Well, thankfully, we were able to find that card. And if we take a look at that, we find that gold is 7-9, silver's 4-7, and mercury's 80. So 7-9, 4-7, 80. Seven, 9, 4, 7, 80. You did it! That was the correct combination. I like that a lot. That's a really fun puzzle, and it has you taking two clues you see together to open that up. That's a fun puzzle. I like that. It's straightforward, but it's a very creative one. So, we're just going to take this jar, and we're just gonna open it. It won't open. Why won't it open? The jar is made of a completely hard substance. It says cookies on it. You can hear something inside when you shake it. Well, we've been smashing everything else before. What's stopping us from smashing this like everything else we've come across? With a crash, both the axe and the cookie jar shatter into pieces. Okay, 1, that's a very flimsy axe. 2, that is a very hard cookie jar. I'd like to think that somehow they got a cookie jar that was made out of pure adamantium. And somehow an axe was able to get through it. I can't explain this puzzle any better than you can. Aha, you were right. There was a cookie in the jar. Alright. Anyone who played this game, you know what the cookie does. For all your troubles, you get a cookie. Or rather, for all your troubles, he gets a cookie. The creature finally stops running. He grabs the waiting cookie and runs away. In his haste, he leaves the key in which he had carried with him. Alright then. Grab this. Oh. Gotta grab it. Grab this. And we are on our way. Do you think that the previous owner of this house was so sick of that little red dude's stuff that he thought, you know what? That little guy keeps stealing my cookies. This is my cookie. I'm putting it in a safe. And I'm going to put it in a cookie jar that's as hard as steel to keep that little jerk away from it, because they're my cookies. Who told you that you could eat my cookies? Put the cookie down! There's no keyhole. Okay. But there is a door there. Let's go use this key. Can't find a keyhole. Oh! Oh, okay. I thought there was some locked room we could go into. Oh, wait. Maybe. I know where to use that key now. Not here. I'm sure you're all tired of seeing Hero of Time getting lost in a game he thought he was going to take care of easily. Let's open this. It's locked. Yep, there it is. Let's go ahead and take this key, open that, and head down. Ouch! With a thud, you land on the floor of this cave. You notice that it's about 5 inches of tar on the ground. Alright, what happens if we go this way then? Too high room. Okay, so that's where we fell through. So what if we go this way? As soon as you step in the cave, a giant spider emerges from the hole in the ceiling. Poison drips from its fangs. We already died to this before, and I'm not fond of dying to it again. So let's just go ahead and use Stellini to just keep it there. It seemed to have gone to sleep. Sleep? Really? You call that sleep? Because I call that it just being there. Why is there a bird in the cave? Why is there a bird in the cave? That's so weird. I've never seen that. Why is there a bird in the cave? Oh well. You stand in a section of a cave that is mysteriously frozen. An acrid mist arises from the frozen sludge from the cave mouth. The misty tendrils form themselves into a robed human figure. The bird wanted the cookie. I don't have the cookie, though. So it's just, it probably wants to eat me, like everything else in this game wants to eat me. He says, "You've come. I've been waiting for you. Please listen to me. Long ago, I dueled with my disciple, Draken, in his place." Ah, so this is the master we keep reading about. I can find him here in the ice, but his power was too much for me. I am now forever locked in this dimension with only the ability to project my image into this cave. I ask a favor of you. Send the sleeping Draken in the ice, away into the dark world. With that, the old man disappears. I was focused on saving my sister before, but I can't say no to a cool-looking Fu Manchu mustache, so I guess we'll do what he says. But how are we gonna get through this ice? We do have something that freezes in ice, or freezes in fire and burns in ice. And it's not salami, trust me, it's not the salami, and it's not the matches. You're not gonna get anywhere with these matches. It will take forever. So, let's use the star instead, because that's the logical choice in this wacky world of magic. With a shout, you throw the brass star into the ice. Suddenly, a flaming apparition appears. Steam bursts through the ice as it rapidly melts. The melting ice mass creates a flow of water that rushes into the next cave. Oh, and there goes Draken. The current sweeps a human figure from within the ice into the next cave. Suddenly, the old man reappears. Hurry, before he can awake. You must eject him into the dark world. Do as I request. And with that, he again disappears. The current suddenly pulls you under, and you are swept away. Sputtering, you stand up in the water and notice that you are in a very small cave. And if we look down in here, you fail to see the bottom of the pit. Huh, that sounds fun. Let's just go ahead and save here. And hop right down, why don't we? Your velocity increases as you tumble into the dark pit. The light at the top disappears as you continue your rapid descent. You continue to fall. And you seemingly don't hit a bottom, ever. Not into the pit! It burns! You damn! You must die. Alright, we've done this enough. I am gonna die one more time here, and I know that's gonna annoy people, but I said I was gonna show all the times you would die in this, so sorry, you're in for the long run. The current suddenly pulls you under, and you are swept away. We've already read this. But what if we just do nothing? What if we just think, hey, you know, that old guy with the Fu Manchu mustache, maybe he's evil. Maybe he's telling us to get rid of him so that way he would ascend and take over the world. Has to be Draken. Is it? Or is the guy in the Fu Manchu mustache Draken? Hey, are you Draken? Hello? Hey, I said wake up. I want to ask if you're Draken. Oh! Draken with salami. Well, I hit Draken, and yeah, he's evil. He's definitely evil. That is a face only a mother can love. And she can only tolerate him if he puts a plastic bag over his face. That is an evil look. Suddenly, Draken's eyes open wide. He's awake! He grabs you in your arm and uses your weight and momentum sends you hurtling into the pit. Shocked, you fall helplessly into the abyss and begin your long descent to darkness. Okay. He's evil. I'm glad we know that now. I'm sure all of you, including me, are sick of this screen. Trust me, I'm just as sick of it as you are. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, shall we? For realsies. Alright, no messing around, no fuddling about, throw that man into the pit! His moan echoes for quite some time, gradually fading. There! We beat Draken! We did it! Hooray! Maybe he's only defending himself. You hit him in the first place. Oh no! I may have killed someone who was actually defending himself. He was not evil at all. I was the evil one. Nah, that ain't gonna fly. He's evil. Hard fight. Was that like the best final boss you've ever like fought through? Someone who doesn't fight back against you? What are we here to do, Penguin? I don't know. I don't really know. We were here fighting zombies, fighting a wizard, maybe? Maybe we were just here to fight a wizard. I don't really know exactly what we were supposed to do here. It's up to in the air. It's up to interpretation at this point. And this is locked. Okay, let's go ahead and use the key. As you enter the room, the door slams closed behind you. You hear your sister's voice crying out. It's coming from above you. Oh! That's right! We all came here to save our sister. Really us. She kinda just got pushed along the wayside to, you know, fight an evil that would bring upon the undead into the modern world. You know, no big deal. Oh, completely slipped our minds. Let's go take care of that, shall we? Help! It's your sister's voice. It sounds closer than before. Your sister must be on this floor somewhere. You must be getting close. You feel weak. Pressure begins to bear down on you. Kind of like something evil's in here. Well, this is a good place to start. This bathroom is cold and unnecessary space in the middle. Dark! You notice there is no toilet. The undead have no need of it. Wizards have no need of it. As you enter the bathroom, the door slams shut behind you. Your sister's screams are deafeningly loud in here. It's almost as if she was on top of you. Maybe up here? The light fixture seems to be shaped to be gripped. Interesting. Well, okay, what if we just, you know, waste more of the water bill? Like, more than we have in the greenhouse outside. Let's just turn on a faucet. That won't open? Let's turn on this faucet. There we go. But, you know, that drain in the bottom of the tub is a problem, so I'm thinking maybe use a towel. The water in the bathtub now begins to overflow. Neat. What's in the hamper? I guess we'll never know. It's a towel, but it's probably very wet at this point. The tub begins to fill rapidly. The drain doesn't appear to be working correctly. Gee, I wonder why. Can't get out. It's really getting deep. Too bad you didn't bring your rubber duck. It continues flowing, flooding the bathroom. The water continues bubbling. The water level rises. Your head is almost touching the ceiling. If the water level goes any higher, you'd be in deep trouble. Nah, I'm thinking I could breathe underwater. The water is suddenly over your head. It flows in your mouth and your nose, and it's everywhere. Quick, drink your way out! You find that you can't breathe and soon pass out. Your quest is over. Alright, fun's fun, but let's get this over with. Yes, and I don't know if he made it cold or hot water, so either way, it's gonna cause some shrinkage or burning. Either one of those. I think it's cold water. Definitely shrinkage. You know where. And that should be enough. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, whoops. Yep, that's my B. I thought it had to be right at the top. Turns out it had to be, like, one more, just high enough. It shouldn't be, okay. That's my bad. That's okay. Is that enough? Is this high enough? You did it! It's open! You wonder what's on the other side. Get in! You come out into the attic. It's your big sis! At last, you've found her! She seems to be ignoring you. Come on, sis, you shout at her, but she doesn't move. We're going to, reenact that one scene in Airplane where everybody slaps that woman, and just give our sister a nice big slap in the face. You slap your sister! Sis, what's wrong with you, you ask? Oh, that's what's wrong with her. Oh, that's horrifying. Suddenly, a horrible spirit comes out of your sister's body and screeches at you. The thing begins to speak in a low rattle. This little one is too weak for me. I need blood and a stronger body. I need you. I will have you. You will join us now. You sexist. Oh, that's it. Oh. My sister just left me for dead. Thanks, sis. Appreciate it. In horror, your sister shakes her head, gets up, and jumps out of the window. Thanks, sis! I seriously appreciate that. Thank you for all the help and after all the trouble I came here to get you. Family bonds, am I right? Now that she's safe, it's time to deal with you, you shout at the undead nightmare. I've brought my secret weapon. A weapon that will completely destroy you once and for all. Salami. It is the strongest body that the demon can have. It will become salami. It will become deli meat. Nope, hey, guess what? Turns out you're wrong. That salami is useless throughout the entire game. I don't know what you've been thinking. I'm sorry. I dashed your hopes completely. Suddenly, you feel quite helpless. You know that you are no longer part of the world of the living. Much to your horror, you realize that you are now a prisoner of the realm of the undead. So, Antonio, what did we learn? No, that's not what we've learned today. We've learned that salami isn't always the answer. I'm glad you figured that out now. I'm seriously glad you did, because if you were to go into a real-life situation where you had your sister possessed by some sort of demon, would you throw salami at it? Be serious. Thank you. We've all learned a very important lesson. Now let's beat the game. It should be. I would model it. Slap our sister, because frankly she deserves it for leaving us. Okay, bye. Okay. So. Anyone got any ideas on what to use this guy? On this guy, it's on this very page too. What do we use? Any one of these. What do we use to beat the game? We had no real hint about it, but we have an item that can beat him. Girl is too weak. Girl breaks glass easily and jumps out 2 stories. Well, I'm thinking the demon's sexist. That's why. I think we've both learned that frailty means nothing, and it's strength of will that makes us into heroes. Penguin's got it again! We use the goblet to beat the game. Drink this! Never! You say as you splash the water on the spirit. Also, drink this. Really? That's the best you can come up with? Mr. Protagonist's brother, sir? Okay. The hideous creature screams in pain at the touch of the water. In an instant, the menacing apparition fades into nothingness, leaving no tangible evidence of his having been there. Cool. Cool. We did it. Don't you feel good? Now you're in a wet situation. Okay. So if I were throwing a goblet of water at a demon... Let's see. You look thirsty! No. Now you're all wet! Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, but you already said you're in a wet situation. So yours counts. Mine doesn't count. Water am I waiting for? What are we waiting for? That's better. Yeah, I would shout that. That's the phrase I would go with. What are we waiting for? No regrets. Have a thirst for vengeance. You climb through the window out to your balcony. You are surprised to find that the air is so mild. In fact, a warm, pleasant breeze wafts past. Suddenly, day. A bright, warm sun begins to shine through the clouds. Then you see your sister. Sis, you're okay, you shout as you hug her. Of course I am, silly, your sister replies. I just went to this house a couple of minutes ago. At least it seemed like a couple of minutes ago. I guess I fell asleep. Boy, what a nightmare I had. And then we both laugh and we ride on to the sunset. Oh, haha, you were possessed by a demon. Isn't that just the craziest thing? You hug your sister again, thanking heaven above that it's all over. Your sister is now herself again. You are aware of a sense of peace and triumph. And now, we break out the victory salami. It was a nightmare, wasn't it? She asked hesitantly. You see fear in her eyes. With a smile, you reply, Of course it was, sis. Just a real bad dream. Ha 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 ha! I died several times. Let's go home, you say, as you and your sister step into the warm, golden glow of the summer sun. And that's Uninvited. This was the game that inspired me to make the Underworld's Cello. Is it good? Yeah, for what it's doing, it's a good game. Is it perfect? Heavens no. It has way too many random deaths. Some rooms aren't necessary to beat the game, even though it gives you an air of atmosphere and a sense of world building. None of it's really necessary. I love the pop scares. Those little screens where the enemy is close to you in that first-person view. Such an inspiration. It's what got me into making the Underworld's Cello into a first-person adventure game in the first place, was because I loved those moments where you are the character and these things are coming at you. That's integral to a horror game, in my opinion. That's why I love Resident Evil 7 so much. This was a good game. And the fact that it is a port of a Macintosh game that had a tough-as-nails timer in it, very limited supply of matches that you could get trapped on you could run out of those and just get trapped in the entire game. Here, it's made so that way it doesn't... Nope. Yeah, I like this change of music. But yeah, I hope you all can see why I've chosen this game to be my inspiration, and just take its formula and say, what would I do to make it better? Yeah, I know, right? Again with that. Yeah, let's not go there. Let's not go there and say we did, video. Thanks. Alright. That was a ton of fun. I thank you guys so much for taking the time to come out of your busy schedules today to see me play this. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't deliver the Underworld's Cello to you this Halloween, but I am very close to finishing it, and once it's done, I plan to just throw it out there. No special Halloween thing, just throw it out, because I know that a lot of you have been waiting so long for this. And I want to release it as soon as I possibly can. But I also want to make it a game that people can actually enjoy. Just a question. I told Leafy this. Greeny Leaf? What his name? I told him I use the Adventure Game Studio engine to run the game, to program the game, and I use Graphic Scale and MS Paint to make the graphics in the game. So, I know. I wish I could release it too. I have plenty of other game ideas I want to try out, but I'm not giving up on this. Trust me when I say it's not over until I'm done. I'll be looking forward to that video. I'm just thankful if people play it. I just hope, as soon as it comes out, I hope that a lot of Let's Players take it. I know Joel will never pick it up. Everybody's like, Joel should play the Underworld's Cello. Nuh-uh, his fan base wouldn't allow that. Markiplier? Nah, I don't think he would play it either. Really, I think Vanamelon might be a good pick for it. But that's all publicity. I really hope that a lot of people who aren't YouTubers or anything like that, I just hope that when it's released, a lot of people play it, and a lot of people enjoy it, and it makes me feel good about being a game programmer down the line of my entire life. I really hope that's what comes next. I hope that's what comes next, because I do want to be a game designer. It's fulfilling when you finish it. It's a lot of hard work, but it's fulfilling when you finish it. I think I know him. I think I know the guy you're thinking of. But yeah, that's Uninvited. Thank you very much for going along the ride for me, and if anyone else wants to see it, it'll be here on the replay. I appreciate it. Every single one of you coming over. I don't care if it was like 10, 11 people. it was still good to get an audience to play this game again and just get my heart out there saying thank you all for supporting me through all these years. Alright. Alright. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've been on this chair for 2 hours. I need to get up. I need to go get a drink of water because my throat is killing me. That was a lot of reading. Thank you, and you're welcome, and I don't trust me. I haven't forgotten about what you said. Thank you for thanking me. I really appreciate that. Alright. Everyone have fun, thank you for joining, and I will see you next time. And hey, if you all enjoy this, maybe I could pick other adventure games to play, who knows? But that's somewhere down the line. We'll have to see. Alright.